Okay, so now we're going to cover another question. Again, this is Ian from Mindful Marketplace. It's the 9th of April, 2025. All right, so this is yet again about using tiny products to build a community. And I'm going to actually give you a very different, I think, unique approach to building a store style community, a marketplace or an authority site with your niche neighbors or professional peers. It's actually the label or the platform is called Meta Label. They may actually still be invite only. I'm not sure. I joined back in January, I think, or maybe early February. It was invite only then, but it was a very easy process of getting approved. They simply looked at a couple of the products and the stores that I had in the world, and it was, a 48-hour process. So here is where Meta Label shines relative to some of the other products and platforms that are out there. Now, I'm going to also say, as a point of contrast, places or storefronts like Gumroad already do this as well, as does as do PayHip and similar platforms like that. But MetaLabels really shines in the collaborative sharing sort of profits from each product that you release with your peers, right? So if you want to build a community of creators in whatever niche, market, vertical, industry, or local area that you're currently targeting or competing, creating a label, and that's what they call it on Meta Label, is really, really easy. It's beautiful. And it, by dint of default, baked into the bones of the platform, is this really cool sharing functionality. So you could wrangle together 3 or 4 people in your niche, market, vertical, industry, etc., that you really respect or like, and then you could create a product together in a collaborative way that that distributes the funds immediately to each one of your partners in a pre agreed sort of format. So, you could be the owner of the community, which you should be. That gives you the authority. It turns you into the go-to, guru for your marketplace. And you simply have a little bit of control and power insofar as who you invite to participate. So let's say you take, this is, I'm just napkining the math, but you take 50% of the proceeds, and again, you could take 10%. It doesn't matter. You need to decide that for yourself, but you can go through the process of adding a product, or they call it a release, and you upload the product. It could be an ebook that you collaborate. It could be an interview series. It could be asking a question of folks that you respect in your marketplace, and then recording or transcribing the answers or adding a PDF. And essentially, you're simply going through it's 1, 2, 3, it's 5 screens. It's the details, the gallery, or the pictures. I'm going to do a video of this as well for those of you who want to see actually a product being created. And then the magic is the contributors tab, which allows you to pick, niche neighbors, professional peers, etc., that you can add as contributors, and you can give them, the access permissions that you so choose to be appropriate, and you define how the money is split. So again, using, let's say it was 5 people, you could have, yourself getting 50% and then the other 4 people getting 12.5%, and you're doing all the work. You're putting the PDF together, you're putting the audio up, you're putting, all the work into it, and they're just sitting back and getting profits. Or you could split it, 20% each way. You could be incredibly generous and give yourself 10%, split the rest amongst your peers. I mean, there are ways in which you can attract, loyalty and engagement and appreciation that, you can play with by virtue of how you split the money. Obviously, the less greedy that you appear, or the less self-interested that you appear, and the more magnanimous you appear to your, to the folks that you're asking to participate, the more, the more virtuous the whole product feels from the standpoint of the person, of the invitee, right? So really easy to do. And you publish the product, you release it, and they feature it on their homepage or they feature it on their social media, and you can see it in the new releases on the front page. It's a beautiful platform. It is really, really easy. The payouts are immediate and they take place via Stripe. So there's not a lot of, you don't need to pay people yourself. It's all taken care of in the back end of the platform. Again, you can also do something like this on Gumroad and or PayHip or one of those competitors, but it's not really kind of the same in some notable ways, and it's not nearly as beautiful of a process. And there's kind of some more hiccups in those platforms than you're going to get with something like MetaLabel, which, by the way, was founded by one of the original folks who launched Kickstarter, if not the original person who launched Kickstarter. So check it out. It may require a application, but it's pretty simple to get approved. And then you can start selling and you can start building your marketplace, building an authority site, building a community within your community that adds real value to your brand and your business. Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. As always, I appreciate you listening. If you're part of our private community, I will be doing a short recording on this, a video recording, where I'll be adding a book that's on Amazon that I wrote to this to MetaLabel, and you'll also see an existing product that we launched a couple months ago, just as a test and how easy it was to kind of put that out into the world. Thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll talk to everyone soon.